award-winning father, Ed Begley Jr. became an actor, thank God. He first came to audiences' attention for his portrayal of Dr. Vincent Ehrlich on the long-running... Victor. Yeah, did I say Vicki?
Vincent.
Oh, I said Vincent. It says Victor right here. I don't know what, yeah, but I've been doing that a lot today. I didn't sleep last night. Okay, anyway, St. Elsewhere. We all know St. Elsewhere. For which he received six Emmy nominations. Oh my God. Since then, Ed has moved easily between feature, television, and theater projects. He co-starred in Woody Allen's movie Whatever Works with Larry David, as well as with Seth Rogen in the Judd Apatow film Pineapple Express. And just a few Christopher Guest films like A Mighty Wind, Best in Show, and For Your Consideration. Other feature film credits include Batman Forever, The Accidental Tourist, and The In-Laws. Oh. On television, Ed just completed an HBO movie with Christopher Plummer, Danny Glover, and Frank Langella called Muhammad Ali's Greatest Fight. He also starred in the HBO movie Recount with Kevin Spacey, Tim Wilkinson, and Laura Dern, as well as recurring roles on 6 Feet Under, which I missed so much. You were so great in that. Arrested Development, which is coming back, and Boston Legal. Ed just starred in David Mamet's November, a Mamet connection, at the Mark Taper Forum, and has appeared in several other works by this amazing playwright. Ed has directed several episodes of the hit show NYPD Blue, as well as a play that he wrote called Cesar and Ruben that won a Nos Otros Award, and 4 Valley Theater League Awards. He is one of the governors of the Motion Picture Academy. As environmental issues, I'm missing a page, became more pressing. Can you find page 9 for me, please, Peggy? Thank you. There are 2 possible responses. Forget it and hope that the government and corporations, thank you, will figure it out, or take action yourself. In the take action yourself camp, few individuals are further up that ladder than Ed Begley Jr. Turning up at Hollywood events on his bicycle, Ed has been considered an environmental leader in the Hollywood community for years. He serves on the boards of the Coalition for Clean Air, the Thoreau Institute, and the advisory board of the Union of Concerned Scientists, among many others. In the environmental community has earned him a number of awards from some of the most prestigious environmental groups in the nation, including the California League of Conservation Voters, the Natural Resources Defense Council, the Coalition for Clean Air, Heal the Bay, Santa Monica Baykeeper, and the Cesar Chavez Foundation. He currently lives near Los Angeles in a self-sufficient home powered by solar energy, and he drives an electric car. Ladies, please welcome the enormous talent, the good-looking, and the stellar humanitarian, Ed Begley Jr.
Yes, Ed Begley, happy to be here, and yes, there's a woman living inside of me. I was wondering, why am I here? It's women who write, but I guess I'm a woman who can write. I'm proud to be. I've written 2 books. I brought neither of them. And I'm so glad with this incredible stellar crowd that is up here. My books are, how do I put this, somewhat dry, positively arid. They are how-to books about putting up weather stripping and double pane windows. But to be in the company of Doc and Harvey and Ronnie and Vicki, it's just extraordinary. What a crowd. It's just great. And to be reunited with dear friends like Lee, who I haven't seen far too long. Tracy, I've seen a bit. Always happy to see her and love her. And where's Mimi Kennedy? Right here. Good to see you.
Thank you for my Prius.
Thank you. She got a Prius. That's some roll in that. But so what I chose to write, I have no idea that this is going to work. It's a play that I wrote about, and you were kind enough to mention the intro. I wrote a play about Cesar Chavez. I did it in 2003 at the El Portal Theater. I did not appear in it. I wrote it and directed it.
It's terrific.
You're very kind to say that.
I saw it.
And thank you for coming, all those who came. And it got, writing, as we know, writers here in this room, is rewriting. It was okay in 2003. It got a lot better in 2005 in Texas when I did it. It got really good in 2007. And finally I got it right. I did it last year at Santa Monica College, and now it's really a lot better is all I'll say. I don't know how good it is, but it's a lot better. And people really seem to like it. So I'm going to read just the first 10 pages of that. Now there's some music, so I don't know if this is going to work. I'm going to put in a little... We'll see if this works.
Maybe Peggy can hold it for you.
I got to be plugged into this. I'm going to have to hit a few cues, so I better hang on to it. What this is, let me explain what this is. I started writing these kinds of plays back in the 80s. None of them were ever done until I put up the money myself in 2003 and hoodwinked some friends and business associates to put up money. That's how it got produced, because I put up most of the money myself. I'm glad I did. It's what's called now a jukebox show. A jukebox show is a show where you take existing music and write a story around it. It's reverse engineering, like Jersey Boys or Mamma Mia or Rock of Ages. That's what a jukebox. I've been writing those kinds of shows since the 80s, and none of them ever got done. But now it's kind of something that people are very open to. People like it a lot. So my play will perhaps be done again. And what this is about, I had no intention of writing this play at all. Here's how it happened. I was a friend of Cesar Chavez, who was a great labor leader in the United States of America, specifically in California. He was there fighting for the rights of people who had no latrines in the fields and horrible working conditions, working for $1 a day in incredible heat and dying in the fields, as they still continue to, so we can have produce we can all afford. Incredible heroes. And Cesar Chavez, unlike a lot of other labor leaders, but not looking to put a lot of money in his pocket, he lived the way the farm workers did for many years and never lived a very rich lifestyle, lived a very simple existence. I never met Martin Luther King, I never met Mother Teresa, I never met Gandhi, but I knew Cesar Chavez, and he was a man of that ilk, a great leader, a real saintly kind of a guy. And so when 2003 came along, leading up to that, it was getting to be the 10-year anniversary of his death. It's like coming up in 2003, and there was no movie, TV, movie, play, anything about it. So I went to the family and said, hey, I've written this little thing, and would you let me do it? And it just got written by accident with listening to music, different songs, and thinking that would be a great song. If someone ever does a show about Cesar Chavez, they should use that song. So that's the thing, and I'll read this. It's a play that we did. It's some characters talking. I'll occasionally say, Cesar says, and then I'll stop doing that so it's not too much Cesar and Ruben. It's about Cesar Chavez, a very real figure that we all know, and Ruben Salazar, a guy who was killed at the Silver Dollar Cafe in 1970 by sheriff's deputies. And he was an LA Times writer who did in fact know, who knew Cesar Chavez and wrote about him. So it's about those two guys meeting under fictional circumstances. Wow. A lot of what they say is real, but them meeting in this manner is not real. So here it is, and we'll see. I have no idea if this is going to work, but we'll see. House lights go dim. On a large screen upstage, we see stills of Latino neighborhoods from a bygone era. Lights up bedroom, stage left. A tired man, Cesar. There's a lot of visuals with this, a lot of stills that I took in different parts of Mexico and parts of California. That's what's going on over this. And then eventually lights up in a bedroom. A tired man, Cesar, with graying hair, enters. He drops his bag and sits on the bed. Another man, Tomas, enters with a glass of water. He quietly places it on a nightstand. Room temperature, just the way you like it, says Tomas. Thank you. 17 days, isn't it? 18, says Cesar. 18 days, I don't know how you do it. I couldn't go 18 hours. I'll leave you be. You need your strength for the trial. He looks at Cesar, who seems to be in a bad way. You okay, says Tomas? It'll all be over soon. Mañana trae lo que trae. Tomorrow brings what it brings. Verdad. Buenas noches, Señor Chavez. Buenas noches, Tomas. As the man exits, Cesar tries to undress, but hasn't the strength. So he just lays down fully clothed. He hits the remote, hoping for something uplifting on the TV. We hear an announcer, news. broadcast is on. Now entering its 7th day, pitting local grower Bruce Church against the United Farm Workers in a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. Should the jury find for the defendant, some feel that that could signal the end of the United Farm. He hits the channel, he didn't want to hear that. We hear dramatic music play on the large screen upstage. We see beautiful footage of deep space. It has a desired effect. Cesar relaxes. The camera drifts through the interstellar clouds till it finally arrives at its destination, a huge churning black hole. We hear the narrator. A black hole, a region of space from which nothing, not even light, can escape. And thanks to the Hubble telescope, we now know more of the area immediately adjacent to the black hole. Every black hole is called the event horizon. In layman's terms, a cosmic threshold, the point of no return. The music continues, but Cesar is out. The lighting on Cesar shifts to one very bright light that gets brighter and brighter until it bathes Cesar in white hot light. Music out as Cesar wakes, and lights come up in a bar stage right. A man is seated at a small table, reading a paper. There is a vintage jukebox off to the side. Cesar gets up and walks over as the on-screen black hole fades. Cesar says, "Hey." "Hola." Nothing. "You okay?" The man keeps on reading, ignoring Cesar. "Hey!" The man says, "Hey." "How long have you been sitting there?" says Cesar. "A while. You look like you could use a drink." "Full bar, help yourself." "I'm fine," says Cesar. "Well, maybe a glass of water." "Water, of course, you're fasting." Cesar goes to the bar and pours himself a water and says, "Maybe that's why everything's a little strange." "What is it this time?" says Ruben. "What?" "The fast, what is it this time?" "Oh, the trial in Yuma, someone's suing the union." "How much?" $5.4 million. "No wonder you're fasting. Who could afford to eat?" Cesar notices a sign that says a $silver cafe. Ruben sees that makes him upset and says, "You okay?" "I remember this bar," says Cesar. "Is that so?" "It's in East LA." "Mm-hmm. But I'm at a friend's house in Arizona right now." Ruben says, "I don't think you're in Arizona anymore." "You don't remember me, do you? I interviewed you years ago for the paper, the LA Times. Ruben Salazar. It's been a while." "I can't believe they got someone else to write this," pointing to the paper. "How many times did I interview? The grape boycott, the lettuce boycott, guess they lost my number. It's a shame because I could have done a terrific job." Cesar says, "You don't write for the Times anymore." "Why not?" "Because you're dead, Ruben." "I'm not sure that prevents you from working there." Ruben continues, April 23rd, 1993, you went to sleep. Some guys have all the luck. Just outside Yuma. Weren't you born in Yuma? Cesar says, "I don't remember." "Have a look." He offers him the paper. He just shakes his head. "Don't blame me. Who wants to read their own obituary? Not me." Ruben notices that Cesar is getting closer to where he was sleeping. "I wouldn't do that if I were you." Cesar stops in his tracks as we see corners in the bedroom with a form under a sheet. The lighting in the bedroom gets quite dreamlike. Cesar says, "What's going on?" We see Bobby Kennedy upstage. Exactly. Why you? Hold on one second. Okay, now I got that right. Why not a family member sees Lovato on his parents? Your old friend Bobby Kennedy. Exactly, why you? I was hoping you'd tell me, says Ruben. And then they sing. It's all in Spanish, but there's super titles up on the thing so we know what they're saying. They're saying, tonight, tonight I disappear. Behind, I leave it all behind. Walking, facing things head on. Maybe I won't return ever. Tomorrow brings what it brings. Whatever will be, will be. At the end of the story, everything ends where it starts. A man and woman come out on stage, join them for the chorus. To the horizon, without direction. To the horizon, without direction. One man comes out and he's sanding something. Who's this, says Ruben. My brother Richard. Nobody's building? I think I do, says Cesar. How does that make you feel? Like he loves me. He does. A woman, Dolores, comes out, getting ready for a funeral. Who's this? Cesar says, Dolores Huerta. We started the union together. See, you remember a lot. They exit. More than you think. Did it hurt dying like that? You died in your sleep. I can't imagine that hurts. I'm talking about you, says Cesar. I remember what happened. Did it hurt? Ruben won't look at him. He says, I don't recall. Maybe we can help each other. Tonight I disappear. Behind, I leave it all behind. Walking, facing things head on. Maybe I won't return ever. An LA sheriff kneeling with a tear gas gun. This is all on the visuals up on the screen. At the end of the story, everything ends where it begins. The entire cast comes out. A graphic of a real event horizon, the edge of a black hole in space, is on screen. It's a very complicated show. But it seems to work. So that's that, and then just a few, I'll just read you a bit more. I don't want to belabor this. You have any idea how much time? Nope. I just know it's never last call. Cesar gets in close. You've been here since 1970. Could have fooled me, he says. You don't want to find a way out? What's the rush? What's the rush? I'd like to see my wife. You should give her time. You did just die, Vato. You don't want to see your family? Of course I do, says Ruben. Then why are you sitting here? May not be what you expect. Life isn't what you expect. Why should death be any different? You want to know what you expect? Here, try the forecast. He offers them the paper. The forecast, where we are, let me guess, chance of clouds? It's not a weather report. It's more of a long-range forecast, right there on the last page. Cesar reads a bit, then hands it back and walks away. Ruben says, I thought you'd be pleased. I would be if I knew what I did to deserve it. Oh, you deserve it. They don't just give everyone a holiday and a postage stamp. Not everybody has a street and a battleship, excuse me, named after them. A battleship named after a pacifist? That's a good one. What's next? The SS Gandhi? Your family will be proud, says Ruben. How would I know? I can't even see one glimpse of my wife. What's stopping you? What's stopping me, says Cesar? You said I should give her time. Oh, that was days ago. Days, it was a minute ago. Time functions differently here. You can relive your entire life, and it only seemed like an hour and 45 minutes. If you need to stretch, we'll take a break in the middle.
Yeah.
So what do I do, says Cesar? Press the buttons, says Ruben. Which buttons? You wanted to see one glimpse of your wife, so see one. He points to the jukebox. Press C1. He goes over close to Helen, to his wife Helen. She's dressed in black and family members comfort her, picks up the familiar jacket. And Ruben says, not too close, you can look at the living world, just don't touch. And he says, I just remembered, I love music. Good, then we'll do this with music. Do what with music? Help you remember. Help us both remember.
Pueden pasar 3,000 años.
3,000 years may go by. I'm a big baby. It's a nice song. That's all. Thank you. I'm so honored to be here with Dob, my dear old friend Ronnie, and with Harvey, and with Vicki. You are amazing writers. You so move me. I wondered, you know, how, I'm just elated to learn of some of these great works, and to, I can't wait to read these books and know more about these incredible people I'm fortunate enough to share the bill with. Thank you all. Thank you.